All right, what's up, guys? It's Samurai here, and today, I wanted to discuss that. I know I haven't uploaded any videos for like the past, I think, 3 weeks, and the main reason for that is I've been trying to find a job, and I did successfully find one, and I've been working at it for about 5 days, and then I also work my part-time job one day during the weekend. So, pretty much for my full time job, I've only been working for it first started around 8 hours, and then it got higher to like 9 hours and 30 minutes. Then now I'll be working 10 hours. So, um, the time for me to make these YouTube videos might be cut short. And also because during one day off, which is during my Saturdays, I probably 50-50 won't be able to make a YouTube video because my parents have been on my ass. Well, my dad has. And I'm being forced to study something, or else he starts complaining and throwing a tantrum. So, yeah, my videos will probably be taking a while for it to upload. So, that's not what this video is about. I wanted to talk about this show that I did watch, okay, because I found this show when I was scrolling through Instagram, and I decided to watch all eight of it. This was another reason why I didn't upload any videos, because I wanted to like finish all eight of this TV show. It's a Korean TV show, and the name of it is called The Wonderfuls. And I will say this, okay, um, I will say this is that this show is 100. I would highly recommend it. 100% recommend it for anyone to watch it. Dude, this show is fucking hilarious. Okay, I also had to pull up the page for it because I kind of don't really know like their. I do know sort of the character's name. It's just it's hard to pronounce it because it's a Korean show. So what The Wonderfuls is mainly about is that it is about a group of people in Korea have now banded together to fight against this evil cult that is trying to obliterate their hometown in Korea. And in the show, only about because it's only four people, yes, but the thing is that one of the members in the group actually knows how to control their superpowers and has got them way much earlier than everyone else. And his name is Lee Wong. Well, Lee Wong Jung is the what is it, the actor name, but his character name is Cha In Woo, which I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't really know how. So I do want to also explain this part in while I'm like explaining about the show, is that I do sort of want to jump into the other three characters' superpowers. Like I'll only say their superpowers, but I don't kind of really want to say how they activate because that's like one of the funny parts in the show. Okay, so the other characters that also have superpowers are Park Yoon Bin and Choi Da Hoon, and then the final one is Kang Robin. And dude, like I said before, about this show is hilarious. I will say this: in the first episode or second episode of the series, it does sort of start slow, but then around episode 3, bro, that's where they drop like crazy secrets, dude. Like, it's just nothing but secrets everywhere. So one of the funny parts that I liked about the show is how Park Yoon Bin, Kang Robin, and Song Kyung Hong, they're trying to actually figure out their superpowers because they got their superpowers after they were. Oh, how do I put this? Okay, this kind of a spoiler, but it's not like that big of a deal type of spoilers. So the way they got their powers is that Park, fucking hell, dude, it's because I have like their character name and then their cast name and I keep screwing it up. So okay, Yoon Cha was trying to make a video with Kang Robin and Song Kyung Hoon on trying to find a way to actually, gain a lot of money because as a child, Yu Chang-yi has never been able to like travel anywhere because she sort of, I want to say sick, but let's just say like she has a heart problem, and her grandmother Kim Jong Book is pretty worried about her, so Chinese grandma won't let her go outside or go anywhere. So she's pretty much been inside her family business restaurant for like a long time due to the heart condition because her grandma's afraid that, oh, if she goes out, boom, she's gonna die because she could easily die from like a heart attack or something. So in the show, I'm only gonna say like the beginning, possibly the middle or the end. Yu Chani has an idea and has Kang Robin and So Kyung Hoon to help raise a bunch of money. So one of the things that they were gonna do, okay, because I remember this. This is the part that started this entire story, okay? What Yu Chai decided to do in the story, that she decided to sort of blackmail her grandma by having Kang Robin and Song Kyung Hoon become sort of like attackers, where they captured her and tied her to a chair, and then they were gonna say, "Oh, if you don't, give us this amount of money, we're gonna kill your granddaughter," this type of stuff. And then, so in the show, because I'm not trying to spoil it as much as possible, she does get a heart attack, like an actual heart attack, does die, and then Kang Robin and Song Kyung Hoon freak out, and they take her body into a what was it? It was sort of like a pond, or let's just call it like a garbage disposal site, because that's what it seemed to look like in the show. And the thing is that someone, I forgot who, but I think it was Song Kyung Hoon or another character that was in the show. They had gone to one of the government's complaint, because in Korea in the show, there's a government building where people can go inside the building, and then if they have a complaint, they could take it up with one of the staffs that work there, because they're part of the government. So one of the problems that Song Kyung Hoon actually had is that there's a specific place around Korea where there was like a bunch of dumpsters, like, how to put it? It's because it's not really like a garage type. No, not garage type. My bad. Fucking hell. Shit. Okay. So it's sort of like it could be a pond. I don't remember exactly what it was because I don't think it was ever shown or something like that. I think it was like a pond, but it was like heavily intoxicated by a bunch of trash and horrible waste that's just been there. And he's been trying to like tell the people that work at this government building where they take complaints and try to get it fixed. But when Son, I'm just gonna say like their like first name or like whatever name I could pronounce, so saying the entire name, because I'm just gonna be honest, dude, I just don't want to butcher it up anymore. So Son tried to like go to the government building and say, "Oh, we had this, this pond or this place with a bunch of water, but it has a bunch of waste. You guys have never gotten rid of it or done a thing about it." And then he just keeps having the complaint there. So back to what I said before, it's because what happened is that Chani had an actual heart attack. Then Robin and Son had grabbed her, put her into a bag, and then they were gonna dump her into that exact same place, only for Lee to actually catch him in the act. And then, because to Lee, it looks like Son and Robin had actually killed Chani, even though that wasn't even the case, because Chani had a heart attack, but they weren't aware of that. Well, they were after they checked, but if you saw like two people dumping a body that's in a bag into the fucking pond that has like a bunch of trash and shit that the government never took care of, it's gonna look like, oh, you killed this person and then dumped them there. So while Lee actually saw Son and Robin with the dead body. His first immediate thought, because Lee actually works with the government that handles complaints that any Korean citizen has. After he saw the body, he started contacting the cops because it really looked like Son and Robin had actually killed someone and were trying to dispose of the body, only to later on they started having a scuffle in like the actual dirty water, because this water, it was like contaminated so hard because there was this weird liquid that was like spewing out of it, and on top of that there was a bunch of garbage and shit. So what ended up happening is that they were fighting, and then they saw Chani literally come back from the dead after after Son and Robin thought, oh, her heart had died, she has to be 100%. Even Lee thought that she died, but apparently she comes back, and the cops had already arrived, and they were gonna ask the cops. I think if I remember correctly, the cops were asking him, "Oh, who's dead? Did someone die? Where's the dead?" Or no, not that. But I remember. Okay, they asked, "Where's the dead body?" And then, only to their surprise, Chani was there, but the dead body just poof disappeared. And then next thing you know, in about a few minutes later, you actually see Chani there, alive, like nothing ever happened, no scratch at all. There's nothing. So then later on, this is kind of a spoiler-ish, but like it's not that much important. But it's because there's this is the part that I was talking about, the superpowers. So later on in the story, I think about episode 3, 4-ish around there, you find out that Chani, Robin, and Son actually had superpowers thanks to that disposable waste. That's one of the fuck. I already spoiled it, but whatever. But I just, the reason why is because what I just said actually leads to a huge, more like a more bigger spoiler. Okay, so they actually find out they have superpowers. Where Robin, his superpower is super strength. Chani, her superpower is teleportation, and Son's superpower is to pretty much stick on things like Spider-Man. And Lee, his superpower is telekinesis. So this is one of the parts, dude, I really liked about it, is that those three, Chani, Robin, and Son, they're trying to figure out like what their powers is, and dude, it is fucking hilarious. They actually do find out what it is, though. I will say it's sort of a spoiler, okay, as to how their powers activate. It's because, it's pretty funny. So, for Chani, her teleportation powers, in order for her to actually like work it or to actually activate it, her heart has to beat incredibly fast. So like anything with caffeine on it, like coffee, if she drank that and her heart started like pounding so fast, or any type of situation which makes her heart pound extremely fast, once that happens, she's able to just teleport anywhere. So the way her powers work is she could teleport to like Antarctica, but the thing is, if she activates her power again, she goes back to her spawn point, pretty much the original point where she was earlier before she had spawned to Antarctica. That's how it works. Her powers don't go from like one place to another, then to a new place. Every time she teleports, she comes, and then she uses it again. She always spawns in her original point, or her original spawn point. But one of the things is that half the time when she does do it, or I want to say spawn point, it's just that in the show, she teleports to the exact same place where she first started teleporting, but the place where she lands isn't always 100% where her original point was. So let's say like she goes to point A to point B, which is a new place. Then on point C, she lands on where she was, which is at point A, but at a different spot. Like that's how it works. Okay, and then the next one is Robin. His, like I said before, his superpowers is super strength, and the way he activates his power is he has to be incredibly pissed off. So one thing I find funny, dude, in the show, in order for Robin to even be pissed off, you have to literally insult him so hard to where he gets extremely pissed. And then after that, his super strength just activates. He's able to like punch a wall, or he could grab an item and then throw it, and it would like go through the wall. Like it is fucking hilarious. And then for Son, his superpower, like I said before, it was his hands and feet are just sticky. So he's pretty much Spider-Man, but without the part of super strength. When there's no spider sense, uh, there's no web shooters. He just sticks to walls. So in order for his power to like activate, he has to lie. So pretty much every time he lies about something, his hands and feet would actually stick to anything that he touches. It could be a paper, the ceiling, the floor, any object or item. And here's the other funny part. So in because here's the thing, his superpowers, once he activates it, there is no automatic turn on and off function. In order for his superpowers to actually turn off, he has to literally tell the truth and then his superpowers deactivate, which I find so fucking weird and hilarious, dude. Like, oh, it is really funny. And then for Lee, how do I put it? It's because I did watch the show, but I don't think it was specifically 100% told how his powers were activate. Because beyond those four, okay, they're the four characters that are like trying to save the world. Lee is the youngest. Oh no, not I want to say not the youngest, but like the oldest person in the group that has his powers for such a long time, because he had his powers when he was a child, and his powers was telekinesis, but he had trouble using it until, let's just say, someone helped him. So as to how his powers turn on and off, I don't specifically know, because like I said, it doesn't. I don't think the show really says it. It just says, oh, he has telekinesis, he's able to use it, and he has like precise control over it because he had years of training. So those are the four characters and how their powers work and how to like turn it on or off, that type. And like I said, dude, this episode, okay, it's fucking funny. Like it's really funny. Like that was one of the parts that I actually liked. I will say this though, okay, the episode does sort of start slow around episode 1 or 2, if I had to be honest. But bro, like I said before, in episode 3, dude, that shit picks up. You find out a bunch of crazy ass stuff, and then episode 4, 5, 6 just like goes even higher and higher. You find out even more crazier stuff. Then 7 and 8, that's around the final battle where they had to fight this organization. Pretty much their main villain in the show is literally a cult. Okay, it's a cult that is trying to poison Korea. So their job is to stop it. So yeah, this show, dude, I highly recommend anyone to actually watch it, dude. It's incredibly fucking funny. Like, bro, I just love it. All right. Also, the way they portray the superpowers, like their effects, it's pretty damn good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's really, really good. Because one of the other parts I forgot to say though is that in the show, um ch- uh no, what is it? No, fuck, I keep calling them by their actor's name. So in the show, Lee kind of is reluctant to teach the other three and how to like train their powers, because he can't really give them advice. The only thing, or like the only advice that he could probably give them to activate or like to help them with their superpowers is how do you turn it on and off? What causes it on and off? Try to remember what causes it, and they figure it out, and they managed to actually fight against this cult that is trying to ruin Korea. So yeah. So all in all, dude, because if I had to give this show a rating, like 100%, I think I had given it an 8 to 9 out of 10. Um, I think so. I don't really remember, but yeah, I think that's how much I gave it. Dude, like, I'm just gonna say that, dude. Please, please, please watch the fucking show. It's goddamn hilarious, dude. Like, I haven't seen a Korean TV show this hilarious. And to be honest, the only other Korean TV show I ever watched was Squid Games. But yeah, Squid Games, I wish they had potential. So probably talk about that in another YouTube video. So yeah. So I highly recommend you guys watch this, all right? Dude, it is just really, really funny, all right? It's 100% worth it. No cap, okay? No cap on God, no cap. So yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe, man. See you guys next time. Later.